Hello everybody, it's Prof Chop. We're back again with another video. When pranks go wrong, they will kill you. Let's
Number
go.
11.
Let's see
Train
some idiots
derailment.
doing dumb things. Train
In July of
derail?
1982, a group of teenagers in Fairlawn, New
1982.
Jersey, pulled a prank which had devastating consequences. They threw a railroad switch, which caused the train to fly off the tracks at 50 miles per hour, and then crash into the wall of a pasta factory. The train conductor was killed instantly,
What?
and over a dozen passengers
What?
were injured. The derailment also caused property damage in excess of $5 million.
Wait, couldn't this be counted as terrorism, technically?
A few of the teenagers were tried as adults for manslaughter and
Yes.
sentenced to 5 years in prison.
What? Yeah, you fucking man. What? Excuse me? You cause 5 million damage, you kill a person, injure who knows how many people, you get 5 years. Nah, bruh. Nah. Yeah, minimum 25.
Upon
Maybe
their release,
30, 40.
one of the deadly pranksters, Peter Wade, would go on to become a prominent Wall Street analyst, as well as a film director,
What?
based on what he and his friends had done.
What? You kill a person, you go to 5 years through jail, and then you use that event as a...
Wade wrote and directed the movie Tracks, which was released in 2005.
Damn, bro, that's
Number 10.
fucked up.
Jeffrey Charbonneau.
That's foul, bro.
On Thanksgiving Day 2010, Jeffrey Charbonneau and Nicholas
Wait,
Bell.
first off, how is that even a prank? It's straight up killing people. It's like it's saying me coming to you, shooting you in the face. It's a prank, bro.
were staying in a mutual
They ran a
friend
train.
as their
What the-
homes had become overcrowded with visitors. While Charbonneau was sleeping, Bell decided to prank him and took what he thought was a loaded BB gun.
Oh.
He then pulled the
Never
trigger
mind. This dude straight up pulled what I said.
and the weapon produced a deafening sound. Excitement turned to horror as Bell realized he'd just shot his friend with an actual firearm. The .22 caliber rifle ended Charbonneau's life as he'd sustained penetrating injuries to his chest. Bell immediately called emergency services. A trial followed in which he pleaded no contest to manslaughter, simple assault with
Yes.
a weapon, and reckless endangerment.
You shot
Number
him.
9.
What you mean? Yes.
Garrett Hurst.
What is this scary shit?
In June of 2019, a teenager
Friends,
killed
huh?
his best friend in a deuce of hazard prank gone wrong in the parking lot of the Crow's Nest pub in Nuneaton, England. 19-year-old
Hey, listen, when I clicked on this video, I was expecting a little bit more of a haha humor, not shoot you in the face, prank, bro. What the hell?
Garrett Hurst jumped on the hood of his friend's moving car. Harrison Walker, also aged 19, kept driving, and Hurst lost his balance. The teenager fell from the vehicle and the front tire went over his head, causing multiple skull fractures and a devastating brain injury. Walker and several others lifted the car and dragged Hurst out. Unfortunately, he sustained a critical amount of crushing damage and was pronounced dead 3 days later. A trial followed the incident and speculations arose that Walker would be imprisoned for dangerous driving. However, he was given a 12-month prison sentence.
Hey, you see this? If you want to kill somebody and not go to jail for a long time, make them your friend, put them in a prank, shoot them in the head. 5 years, 12 months, you'll be fine, bro.
Suspended for 2 years and was banned from driving for 3 years.
She's banned from life, what
Number
you mean?
8. Jeannie
that's a
and
little too
Mary
much,
Shea.
but- What the
In
hell?
2011, Ohio teens Derek Greenlee and Seth Stonerock posted on Facebook about their latest
Why
prank.
does this look like a before and after picture? Before and after, what the hell?
It involved wrapping a stop sign in plastic to the point that it was barely visible, while to them it probably seemed like a harmless joke. Their actions would have dire consequences.
Of course they would.
Sisters Jeannie and Mary Shea, both in their 80s,
looks like
were
another
out for
before
a
and
drive
after.
and didn't see the covered stop sign. They drove straight through and an SUV, which had the right of way, crashed into them.
You better give them a
One
lot
died
of
at
time.
the scene while her sister was pronounced dead at the hospital. Both teens were charged with involuntary manslaughter and tampering with a traffic control device.
How much?
Greenlee's case would eventually be dismissed since it was claimed that he'd only purchased the wrap and hadn't actually covered the sign. Stonerock would serve 8 months of a 4-year sentence.
What is this bullshit, bro? What the fuck is this? Y'all
Number
out of your
7.
mind over
Daddy
there?
of 5. In 2017, Maryland couple Mike and Heather
Daddy of
Martin
5.
temporarily lost custody of two
Oh,
of
we've
Mike's
seen
children
this in
after their family
Charlie's
pranks
video.
were deemed abusive.
What's
The
critical?
couple ran a YouTube channel called Daddy of 5, which had amassed hundreds of thousands of followers. Many of the pranks that the Martins played on their children were questionable. They involved older children cursing at their younger siblings or playing games that resulted in them hitting each other. The stunt that caused the strongest reactions from viewers was called the invisible ink prank. It involved
prank.
Heather spraying fake ink over her son's carpet and then blaming him for spilling it. The woman and her husband's staged anger involved screaming profanities at the children and his brother while accusing them of lying. Mike, at one point, threatens to sell off all their favorite toys. The children begin to cry uncontrollably for several minutes before the prank is revealed. YouTuber Philip DeFranco is credited with shining a light on the channel's troubling
good job,
content.
Philip.
Once the authorities got wind of it, they found some of the videos to be disturbing and exploitative.
shit.
The couple was sentenced to 5 years probation on 2 counts of child neglect each. Custody of 2 of the children was returned.
How easy? Oh, it's 5 years probation. You get the same amount of time as the dude that killed somebody and made 5 million in
to their
property
biological
damage.
mother,
What
and
the
the
hell?
Martins were forbidden to make unsupervised contact with them. Number 6. Pramila Lal.
Pramila Lau.
In
Sounds like a
2013,
shitty beer.
a teenager was fatally shot as she attempted to prank a family friend in Longmount, Colorado. 18-year-old Pramila Lal's family had recently moved and friend Nerek Gali was keeping an eye on the vacated house. At the time, the 21-year-old was playing video games with Lal's younger brother. Just before 8 p.m., the teenager snuck into the home and hid inside a closet. Gali heard a noise and believed an intruder was on the premises. The man feared that burglars had targeted the home after they'd gotten wind that the family had moved. He grabbed a handgun and started clearing the house. Then, as Lal jumped out of the closet trying to scare him, Gali pulled the trigger. Lal was shot and sustained severe injuries from which she wouldn't recover. The girl's family...
Okay, this, I don't know about this. Like, this, I mean, it's her fault. You shouldn't be doing this. It's stupid, especially if you by any chance know that he has a gun. This is stupid.
as well as the authorities, viewed what had happened as a tragic accident.
Yeah, it's...
Number 5. Randy Lee Tenley.
I don't know, that's...
In 2012, Montana man Randy Lee Tenley was killed after he tried to trigger a Bigfoot sighting to pull off his prank. "44-year-old Tenley donned a military-style ghillie suit, which is a
Okay.
type of camouflage outfit that's made to resemble dense, thick foliage. Tenley then emerged from the woods on a dark stretch of highway. The middle-aged man was struck by 2 different cars, each driven by teenage
what?
girls who were presumably terrified by the sight of him. The consecutive collisions proved fatal. It wasn't disclosed whether the man
He wasn't run over by one car? They didn't... Had to make
reportedly part
sure.
of a group of friends who set up the prank had been drinking. An investigating highway patrol officer told a media outlet, "This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen." Number 4.
You didn't watch
Adrian
this video,
Broadway. In February of 2014, a teenager from Little Rock,
Adrian.
Arkansas, was fatally shot in a prank that involved
Who in this picture is a teenager? This ain't a teenager. This... I don't know what the fuck that is.
toilet paper in a car. 15-year-old Adrian Broadway and others in her group were trying to get back at a teenager who'd pranked them on
What?
Halloween. They pulled up to their friend's house and threw mayonnaise, eggs, leaves and toilet paper on a car in the driveway.
Oh.
As they were getting ready to leave, 48-year-old Willie Noble came out of the house and opened fire on their vehicle. One of the bullets struck Broadway in the head and she was later pronounced dead in the local
Damn.
hospital.
Him
It
hack.
was reported that Noble hadn't called the authorities after opening fire on the teenagers. He was later charged with first-degree murder, 1 count of a terroristic act, and 5 counts of aggravated assault.
How is this a
Noble was
terroristic
subsequently
act?
sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Damn.
Number 3. Alexia Morano.
That's right. Kill the person.
On January the
Should be.
22nd of 2020, Toronto-based YouTuber Jason Ethia posted a video claiming that his girlfriend at the time, Alexia Morano, had died.
Wait, I think we've seen
Ethia,
this
better
somewhere,
known
yeah.
as I'm Jay Station, claimed that
I Am
Morano
Jay
had been
Station.
killed by a drunk driver. He uploaded videos to his channel of himself crying beside a roadside memorial, which the 29-year-old had set up for his allegedly deceased girlfriend.
Bro. Did you
It featured a cross with her name on it, as well as flowers, battery-operated candles, framed
Who does
photos,
this?
and a teddy bear. The clip received
Jesus.
well over 1 million views. The YouTuber subsequently uploaded a video in which he tried to contact her via a Ouija board. Meanwhile,
What is wrong with you?
Murano was alive and well. Ethia eventually revealed it to be a hoax, much to the discontent of his followers, who felt the man was trying to exploit a tragic scenario for views. Murano's parents were also outraged by—
How are y'all surprised this man pulled up a Ouija board? Even if it was not a fake death, this man pulled up a Ouija board after his girlfriend died. What y'all
the
mean?
disturbing and distasteful content. In the scandal's aftermath, Murano moved out of his apartment. Ethia defended his actions by saying that he'd been trying to help his girlfriend, who he claimed was in a dead-end job, by promoting her on YouTube. On January the 26th, he released a video.
I think it's kind of hard to find a job when you're dead, or presumed to be dead.
Crying and apologizing to Murano's parents, but also claiming that because of the prank, there was a warrant out for his arrest. However, the Toronto Police Service refuted the YouTuber's story. Today's topic was inspired by Instagram follower Spectre Nova. If you have any other topics you'd like to learn about, subscribe and let us know in the comments section below, or follow us on Instagram and reach out to us there. Number 2. Mark Drews.
Mike.
Mark Drews was fatally shot in 2004 while trying to pull a prank which involved ringing someone's doorbell and then running away. Drews and several of his friends chose the house of Jay Levin in an affluent Boca Raton neighborhood in Florida. Just after midnight, Levin heard noises outside his home and came out with a .40 semi-automatic handgun. He would later testify that he thought 16-year-old Drews, who was reportedly backing away as Levin came out, was also holding a gun. Levin opened fire and the teenager died after sustaining a gunshot wound to the back. The man pled guilty to manslaughter with a firearm.
Wait. So he was running away from him and you shot him? Nah, bruh. Nah, this screams like you just want to shoot something.
In exchange for a sentence that was accompanied by a host of special conditions. He was given 10 years probation and had to spend short weeks.
What? He shot him in the back? If he thought he had a gun, he would. The shot would have been. What?
Ken's in jail from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., the first year of his sentence. He was also ordered to perform 1,250 hours of community service and to pay the victim's family $750,000.
Is that how much a life is worth nowadays?
1. Danny Monroe.
Okay.
26-year-old Danny Monroe from North Staffordshire, England, would often take his practical jokes to the extreme in order to shock those around him. On one occasion, he faked anaphylactic shock while he was driving, and in another prank, he squirted ketchup on his body and pretended he'd been stabbed. After his latest stunt, Monroe and his girlfriend had a conversation about his behavior and how it could put him in dangerous situations. Then in August of 2018, the woman found Monroe hanging with a rope around his neck. She believed it to be another one of his pranks and told him to stop. The longer it went on, Monroe's girlfriend started screaming and hitting him. She soon realized something had gone horribly wrong. Upon noticing—
You're hitting him. You are hit. I mean, he does not sound like the most well-adjusted person, but I think the bitch be wild as well.
that he was turning blue in the face. The woman called emergency services and Monroe was rushed to the hospital, where he died a few years later. A post-mortem examination attributed his death to massive brain swelling from compression to the neck. Thanks for watching.
Sounds like if she wasn't such a... Could have been prevented, maybe. Like, what the... Wow. Okay, this video did more than... I was expecting to come laugh at idiots. This pissed me off mostly. What the fuck's wrong with the laws in the world? Like, Jesus Christ, you kill people and you get like a couple months in jail. I don't care how old your ass is. I don't care if you're a fucking 5-year-old. I must send your ass to like 30 years in jail minimum. Learn from your mistakes. What the... Okay, maybe if you're a 5-year-old. Actually, still fuck your 5-year-old ass. What y'all think? This mostly made me pissed off. Fuck me. Anyway, quick thank you to the YouTubers and Patreons. Thank you all for the support, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye. See ya.